Hello and welcome back to the FPL Tom YouTube channel. We're here ahead of double game week 25 deadline. Of course, it is going to be a Valentine's special as well. Love is in the air, or maybe if you're a little bit alone today, we can sort that out. We can help you put your team together for a decent double game week 25. Of course, if you do enjoy the stream, make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. It is massively appreciated by me as we are trying to hit 12,500 subscribers by the end of the season, and it is only possible with your guys' amazing support. Of course, as well, get your comments in. We'll try to answer as many questions as we can. Get your votes in for the poll as well. Let me know how many double game week players you are heading into double game week 25 with, and of course, we will be doing team ratings a little bit later on as well. So if you head over to my Twitter at FPLTom_, leave them under my most recent tweet and we'll get round to doing those for you guys as well. So yeah, a lot to talk about today. A hell of a lot to talk about today. Obviously, the news that Cody Gakpo is doubtful for the game. Not fully out injured, but doubtful. We're still waiting for the Emery press conference as well that begins at 2. I know a lot of people are, of course, looking at Ollie Watkins, with him potentially being an option. I've got Ezri Konsa, so it's a pretty big press conference for me as well. So we'll be covering that live, as we always do. Like I said, team ratings, all that good stuff. Plenty of high quality stuff coming your way throughout today's deadline stream. So yeah, what's not to enjoy, to be honest? What's not to enjoy? Jessica's in the chat already. She says, help me Obi Tom Kenobi, you are my only hope. Well, I'll try my best. Mark's in the chat as well. He says, hello sir, Ahmad for Rogers. Ooh, I don't mind Ahmad for Rogers. Other way around, Rogers for Ahmad. Right, okay. Rogers for Ahmad. No, I'd stick with Rogers. You've got the double game week for this week. No need to switch it up. No need to switch it up. Stick with that. That's probably going to be my best advice on that one, mate. That would probably be the way that I would go with that one. For me personally. Let me know what your plans are as well for Valentine's Day. If you've got any plans, if you're spending it with someone, or, you know, even if you're alone, we can help you out. Maybe we could find you some love in the chat. We'll see if we can get somebody a date sorted out of today's chat. You never know. You never know what could happen with that one. Right, let's show you where my team is currently at then, heading into this game week. So another pretty decent game week for me in double game week 24. We did get a green arrow, only a small one. We went from 33k to 30k, so in a pretty decent position overall. Not going to complain, not going to lie. We're in a good position as well if Ezri Konsa is fit and available. Of course, we are still waiting for that Emery press conference, and if the news does come out that he is fit and available, I think we're in a really good place, of course, to be heading into this double game week. As you can see, we've obviously got Slot, we've got Salah, we've got Trent, who featured in the Merseyside derby. I thought Bradley was really poor as well, so I think that bodes quite well for him. We've got Rogers, who's probably going to be a really highly owned player. I'm feeling quite bullish on Mbuemo and Visser as well, who've been absolutely smashing the underlying data, by the way. They've probably been extremely unfortunate not to have actually got some more attacking returns over the past few weeks. So I think the team, like I said, is in a really good position. So I'm quite happy with where it's at right now. Hello, I've got two benching dilemmas this week. Robinson or Aina, Wood or Mbuemo. Ooh, okay. I think I would probably go Robinson. I'd back Fulham at home, and he always manages to pick up jammy assists. And because we're going Robinson, play Mbuemo. I think Brian should get something out of that game. I'm a little bit maybe more doubtful about Chris Wood. Like I said, the numbers that Brian and Visser have been putting up over the past 5 game weeks have been astonishing, and the fact that they've got minimal returns over that period, yeah, it's one of those. Start Wood or Visser. I probably would be more tempted to go with Wood, kind of safer in terms of ownership numbers, and I probably would say Wood has penalties, and it's one of the things that I always look for in players. Start Wood or Isak. Oh, Wood or Isak is an extremely difficult one, to be honest. I'd probably go Isak on that one. Thank you very much, Timothy, for gifting us 20 memberships. Absolute legend. Cheers for that, man. Really appreciate that one. Really appreciate that. So welcome to all the new 20 members as well. News on Watkins. We will have the press conference at... what time will we have it? 2. So it's going to start pretty much now, right? The Emery press conference. So we'll be able to keep you across it as it goes. But yeah, thank you very much, Timothy, man, for gifting 20 members. Absolute legend. Really appreciate that, bro. So welcome to all the new 20 members that we do now have in the stream. So thank you very much for that one. The man, the myth, the legend says, how are we today, mate? I'm good. I'm feeling pretty decent. Nice Valentine's Day for me. I actually have a sort of woman to see for once. And he says, Ndiaye and Calvert-Lewin are out. Who is Everton's next penalty taker? Jesus. That's a good question. That is a really good question. I genuinely don't know who it would be after those two. God, that's going to test me. I'll have a little bit of a dig. I'll have a little bit of a dig and see if I can find something. Should I sell Ndiaye and Bruno? Got free transfers. Yeah, Ndiaye looks like he's done ligament damage. So yeah, I probably would go for that one. Would it be worth getting Martinez in as the second keeper for this week? My current goalkeeper is Sells. It's not a bad option if you wanted another double game week player. But yeah, I think people need to be building up their transfers for me personally. If you're not planning on free hitting in 29. Because a lot of our teams are stacked with Liverpool players, Villa players, Newcastle players. Some have Crystal Palace as well. Yeah, Beto's probably the shout. Great shout from James there. How comes Gakpo is yellow flagged? Slot said in his press conference today that he hasn't... I can't remember if the rumours were he hasn't trained, but Slot said he's doubtful for the game. So it's not looking great for the people that did go for it. Hi Tom, would you sell Gakpo and Gordon for Cunha and would bench and Trossard for -4 so I can activate the AM chip on Slot? Don't mind it. I think, though, that if you'd want Trossard, you'd want him to play this week. So maybe if you're benching him, maybe look for somebody that has a fixture in 29 and maybe better fixtures longer term. Because how painful is it going to be if you bring Trossard in just to bench him and then he goes and does well against Leicester? Who's the best assistant manager apart from Slot? I would probably have to say Emery. He's just got a double game week. The chance of a table bonus, you never know. He could get something out of that one, so yeah. I have Watkins now. If he's not fit, then who should I replace him? I've got Isak and Visser also. Or should I just hope Watkins plays at least the Liverpool? Yeah, I probably, if he's not fit for the Ipswich game, I think maybe you do start to potentially look elsewhere in terms of options. The options are really limited at the moment. Cunha would probably be your best bet out the lot. For me personally. Has a fixture in 29. So again, that's going to be a big thing. Start 2, Mateta, Ahmed, Dango. I would probably go... I'd go Mateta and I'd go Dango. I'd bench Ahmad. I think United's attacking numbers have been absolutely woeful in recent weeks. No worries, bro. Yeah, I understand some people, this deadline is going to be a little bit tricky, of course, with the timescale that it is in their part of the world. But fair play. Thank you very much for coming along. Hope, you get some good rest. And when you wake up, everything has gone your way. Would bench Cunha and would start Trossard. Okay, I don't mind that then, because Cunha's obviously not got like a give-me fixture this week, has he, against Liverpool? So, yeah, I prefer that. I think that's pretty decent. Remember, guys, if you are enjoying today's stream, make sure you're liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. More likes means it pushes it out to more people, and that is exactly what we would like for today's stream as well. Big shout out to Timothy as well, who did gift 20 subs, so appreciate that one, bro. Thoughts on Nkunku, Jackson out, and Chelsea have great fixtures. Yeah, a lot of Chelsea fans are really, really upset that Jackson's out because he is a great hold-up man, and Nkunku just doesn't do the same job. He just doesn't. He doesn't have that capability in his locker. But it's one of those where he is a good, nice, cheap option. Plays in blank game week 29. So I don't mind it. The problem with you were to go and get Rodgers is, of course, Rodgers also blanks in 29, so you're going to be using up another transfer there. So, yeah, it's kind of one of those, isn't it, really? It's kind of one of those. Bench one of Kirkes, Munoz, Gabriel, Visser, Wood. Ooh. I mean, it's probably got to be a defender, hasn't it? So out of the lot, probably Munoz makes way there. Would you say Dango, Rodgers, Palmer, Salah and Kluivert is a good midfield? Yeah, I think it's a pretty decent midfield. I'm doing good, man. Hope you're doing good as well. Bench Gakpo or Ahmad? I would bench Gakpo if he's a doubt for the Wolves game. Jamie, welcome to the chat. Wagwan chat, how are you all going? Jamie, you missed someone giving out 20 gifted subs. He dipped after that, but yeah, he gave 20 gifted subs out, then dipped. And unfortunately, you missed out again. Same with Andy as well. I feel for you boys. Why are you not considering Anwari? He's a decent option, but I don't really need to consider him right now. Like I said, my team is pretty set up. If Konza is fit and available, I'm not worried too much about making a transfer this week. Like I said, I'm looking to build as many as I possibly can heading into blank game week 29. That's going to be the best strategy for me and my team. Bench one of Nawari, Enzo, Savinho. Enzo. Who would you bench, Mateta or Visser? I have Pickford, by the way. If you've got Pickford, maybe go Visser then. Thoughts on other weeks to potentially use the AM chip? Yeah, I was speaking to this about my flatmate. I think your other window of opportunity, you've got two, right? So you could play it this week. Fair enough. You get a double game week. It's not a bad week to play it. Or you could wildcard in 30, play assistant manager in 31 with the double game weeks potentially in mind in 33. That's an option. Then you'd free hit in 34. Or what you could do is pretty much build your team up over the next few weeks. Free hit in 34. Wildcard in 35. Assistant manager in 36, 37 and 38 and go that way. So there are your two options if you didn't want to go for obviously playing it this week. So yeah, there you go. Best defender to replace Hall with. Thinking of Kirkez. Yeah, I don't mind Kirkez. Plays in the blank game week 29. So I'm a big fan of it. Yeah, big up Timothy as well for the 20 gifted. Absolute legend. And Mbuemo or Trossard. Oh, I get the Trossard hype. I really, really do. But I think I'd still lead towards Brian. One penalty. Brian outscores him easy just like that. Bench Ahmad, Visser, and Mbuemo, Wood, or Palmer. I would go... I probably would be tempted to bench Ahmad out of all of those. Yeah, Ahmad probably would be the one. Ahmad or Visser is probably your coin toss there. Should I bench Gakpo for Visser? I mean, if we get anything more concrete before the deadline, probably, yeah. Mystery channel backer. In reality, what he is he's a tax funnel for me, really. I give Timothy money, and then he gifts the 20, so then I get it back in clean money. There you go. There you go. A little cheat for you. I am joking, by the way, if anybody from like the government's watching that. I'm not doing that. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Of course, if you've got any questions about your teams, let me know in the chat. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know. This won't happen, but if Slot loses both and Emery wins both, there's a 20-point difference. Yeah, I mean, the same could be said of last week, couldn't it? Slot is the easier pick, though, because he is the favourite in both of those games from the bookmakers. So just like that. But yeah, he's always going to be the favourites. Emery is the best ass man. Yeah, I think you've got two routes, haven't you? Really, if you went down that route. I'm just looking what time the deadline actually is. I know we've started early today. I've obviously got stuff to do a little bit later on today. But what time's the deadline? 6:30. So you probably got me till about 4:30. So you've still got me for like 2.5 hours of pure waffle, pure chat, anything like that. Will you be using the free hit in game week 29 or saving it for further down the line? I'm going to be saving it for further down the line, and let me show you why. So this is the current fixture schedule from Ben Krellin. Of course, I'll leave a link in the description to Fantasy Football Hub, where, of course, you can go and check that out for yourselves. So obviously, this is the lay of the land right now. We have, obviously, the double game week we know about in 25. We know one of the fixtures has definitely been postponed in game week 29. That's the Aston Villa-Liverpool one, because, of course, it has now gone into this game week. Now, the other one that potentially could be gone is Newcastle Palace. This would require both Newcastle and Palace to progress to the next round of the FA Cup. If they do that, then this becomes a blank. If they don't, they need both of these to go out, by the way, then they fill into that fixture, which is the ideal scenario for me and my team, considering I've got Munoz, Hall and Isak. It gives me 3 extra players that I don't have to think about with that blank game week, and of course playing the free hit chip. So that's option number 1. And obviously, you know, it's not a bad week to, of course, hit that free hit chip on. You've got some decent fixtures in there. Wolves against Southampton, Forest against Ipswich, United against Leicester. A lot of people might be potentially looking at City assets as well, with Brighton at home. Potentially a decent week there for them to go and do that, and obviously get Erling Haaland into the side as well. So not a bad opportunity, of course. But then you're going to have the bigger blank in game week 34. And the current strategy I'm on is I'm going to pretty much dead end my team into game week 29. Try and build up as many transfers as I can from next week to get myself in a position where, of course, we are going to have enough transfers to build a decent playing squad that in 29 that can obviously last till game week 30 as well if we need to delay that wildcard till 31. Then look to, of course, play the wildcard in that week. Then, of course, look to use the bench boost in 33. Then look to use the free hit in 34 because obviously there's going to be a lot less fixtures. Our team is pretty much going to be set up with the wild card from that double game week that would just happen the previous week and puts us in an advantageous position. So that is why I'm going to free hit in 34. So my advice for you guys would be try your absolute best not to free hit in 29. Konza has been ruled out, someone's just said. Let me go and find it on Twitter. Let's head over to Twitter. Well, there's one of the transfers gone. Yeah, here we go. Here's the quote, right? So we got this. Let me bring that up for you. So here is the quote. Let me just scroll up a little bit. You see that all right? Unai Emery has confirmed Ollie Watkins and Tyrone Mings will both be included in the Aston Villa squad to face Ipswich. Onana, Konza, Barkley, Cash and Torres remain sidelined. So that obviously impacts my team and what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, let's just quickly give that a little retweet for you guys as well. But yeah, obviously that means then for here, we are going to have to get rid of Ezri Konza, which is unfortunate. But of course, I do have my other option. I've kind of been laying out this option all week. It is going to be Hoyson from Bournemouth. Has a decent fixture this week with a good clean sheet percentage opportunity against Southampton. Plays in 29 as well. So I'm feeling pretty confident on that one. And I think that's a pretty decent move overall. So yeah, Unai Emery press conference has been confirmed. Mings and Watkins are fine. Konza is ruled out of all the options. So yeah, not great for me. But if you're going to have a chance on Ollie Watkins, the door is definitely open if you wanted to go for that one. How do you know if I should free hit or 29? That's just the advice I'm giving. I think you're going to be in a better position to use all your chips more advantageously if you delay the free hit till 34. But it depends how many players you're going to do and what your transfers are going to look like over the next few weeks and how many players you're going to have in the next few weeks. When am I doing team reviews? We'll probably get them done around 3 o'clock, I reckon. So, yeah, get your team sent over to me on Twitter at FPLTom_, and we'll get some of those looked at in a little bit. Gakpo and Moyes to Visser and Slot worth a -4. I think I would. I think I'd probably do that. Yeah, I probably would go for that for a -4. I like that. You're getting obviously Slot in with the double game week, Liverpool being the favourites in both fixtures. Then you're getting Visser in as well, who has a fixture in 29, so works nicely with this. Triple captain Salah or nah? Probably going to be one of your last opportunities to do it if you were going to go for Salah, so why not? It probably means you're going to play your assistant manager chip in 31 to 33 or 36 to 38 are probably going to be your other weeks to play your assistant manager. Yeah, I saw that apparently Liverpool and Villa requested the game to be rearranged, but it is what it is. It's going to go ahead now. It never needed to go ahead because obviously the Liverpool went out of the FA Cup, so they could have just slammed it into the double game weeks later down the line, but it is what it is. It's worked out for me and my team, so I'm not going to complain. I have Savinho right now, looking to change him. Should I go to Trossard, or Nkunku, or Kluivert? I think Kluivert's got probably, I would say, the highest upside there. Trossard could be a decent pick, though. I like him, and Nkunku's probably going to go last. But there's some decent fixtures for Chelsea, 27 and 28. Let me have a look who they've got. It's really, really good. Yeah, 27 Southampton at home, Leicester at home in 28, fixture in 29 as well, which is decent. So it's definitely not out of the realms of possibility. But yeah, there we go. So that's the big one. Watkins is in. All good stuff. Konza is out, though. Is a bit of a pain in the arse. No worries, man. Anytime. Anytime. Yeah, Konza's out. Has Thingy done his press conference today? Iriola. Someone tell me if he has. I think he has. Let's have a quick check. Yeah, I saw that as well. Justin Clivert, partner who's currently giving birth on social media, said he will be there for game week 25. So if there were any doubts about you potentially going for him, he has said he will be there. But yeah, nothing on Dean Hoyson. So I think we're just going to make that move. It's something that I've had planned for a while. Konza's out injured. We've got the funds to do it. Let's just do it. There we go. So yeah, that's it. I've used my transfer for this week. That is how we're going to line up. Of course, like I said, it does give me a player that plays and has a okay-ish fixture in 29. It's Brentford. It's not ideal, but again, if we need to delay that wild card as well, heading into game week 31, he's still got a decent fixture for me in game week 30 as well. Should keep a clean sheet here. I feel quite optimistic here. The two away fixtures here, I don't really know. Brentford, I don't really know. But like I said, is a decent option for me and my team. So we've gone for it. Probably makes the most sense out of the lot. Is my volume on max? It is. Maybe let me just check the actual computer ones. It does this all... Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. There we go. It does this all the time. If I'm ever on a Skype call, which I usually am with Jake, it, like, changes the frequency all the time. So apologies for that one. Cunha in 2 weeks might not be a bad option. Really, really might not be a bad option, man. I think Cunha will be definitely back on people's radars within the next few weeks. But yeah, there we go. We've made my change nice and early. We knew what we wanted to do. Should I play the AM chip? It's either going to be this week, game week 31, or game week 36 you're going to be playing it. So it depends if you think that Slot or Emery are the best ones and you've then got two decent options. You probably could just go to Arteta after that. And just play the favourites. Is Jackson's price locked? Probably should be, yeah. Can hear me now. Sweet. Sorry about that. Like I said, if I come off Skype, for some reason, Skype just absolutely diddles my volume on my calls. By the way, if you're enjoying today's stream, guys, please make sure you are liking it, subscribing, all that good stuff. Massively appreciated, as always, by me. Obviously, we're on that road as well to hitting 12,500 subscribers. It is only possible with your guys' amazing support, as always, on the channel. Isak to Watkins for a -4. I would not be doing that move for a -4. I think the way that City are defending at the moment and their XG conceded numbers, their morale after that midweek blow, I think for me personally, yeah, I would... I'd probably just, not go for it. I probably would just stick it out with Isak. For me personally, I think he'll probably do better. Am I streaming till the deadline? No, I won't. Soon as most of the big boys come on about 4:30, that's probably when we'll sack it off. That's kind of been the what we've done this season, and it's worked. It has worked wonders. Turn this Skype setting off. Uncheck. Allow applications to take control of device in microphone settings. Restart. Oh, okay. Let me just take a photo of that one. Thank you very much for that, Anton. I knew someone would have a way, but yeah, it always fucks my mic up. There we go. Hang on. Right, I've just taken a photo of that. Thank you very much. Absolute legend. Is Gakpo confirmed out injured? I've only just got back from uni, so I missed everything. Slot has basically said he's a doubt for the game, and then there's been some rumours circulating on Twitter suggesting that he hasn't trained with the squad as well. Gakpo to Darwin, surely? Probably not. Nah, the big boys haven't started. The big boys haven't started. What are you chatting, mate? The only big boy that's live right now is FPL Mate. FPL Mate's doing a final decisions and whatever stream. I don't think it's a deadline stream. So like an FPL team news one. I reckon he'll do a deadline stream a little bit later. But yeah, he's the only big boy that's live. Obviously, he's going to eat up a lot of the main viewers, but that's sometimes the way it goes. Everybody else is me, Golden, and Console. We're all good friends, so it's all good. Yeah, FPL makes live, but I mean when like Ross, Focal, Harry, Andy, as soon as they go live, you can forget it. You might as well not even bother turning up. Sell Gordon to Cliver and Emery. Yeah, I think if you've got Moyes. Start 2 between Gakpo, Wood, and Isak. I would probably go Wood and Isak right now. Yeah, he's doing 2 lives today. There we go. Abby's got the answer for us. Thank you very much, Abby. Yeah, I mean, if you went Wood to Gakpo, I really, really feel sorry for you. Obviously, you got stung in the double game week last week with Wood's hat-trick. Then you probably thought, you know what, I can bring it back this game week as well with, Gakpo having a double game week again. Just not meant to be, was it? Not meant to be, unfortunately. I think, process-wise, you probably made the right move. Picking a player that has 4 fixtures over 2, some of these fixtures as well with really, really good underlying data to back that up. Everything like that makes sense, but yeah. Bench 1 out of these: Mikalenko, Munoz, Castagna, Huijsen. I'd be probably either tempted with Mikalenko or Castagna. That's probably the way I'd go with that one. Oh, cheers, man. I appreciate that, Mason. Thank you very much. Anton says, Colwell, Trent, Hall, Castagna. I'm fine here or need to throw in Huijsen. No, I think you're fine. I do think you're fine. I think you probably get away with that for this week. Obviously, Hall's probably going to be a player that you maybe want to start to look to potentially remove over the next few weeks anyway. With a blank in 29 potentially on the cards, but obviously wait and see how those FA Cup fixtures pan out first. They've also got some really difficult fixtures coming up as well over the next few weeks, as you can see here. Yeah, not ideal fixtures, especially from a defensive and an attacking standpoint. One of the best teams for XG conceded, the best team for XG conceded. Good fixture, but yeah, that's kind of how it's going to pan out for the next few weeks. Has there been any news on Ndai? Yes, Ndai is out. It looks like he's done some sort of ligament damage. So that's not going to be a quick return on that one, Abby. I have Pickford in goal, Robinson, Trent. Yeah, I think that's a decent team, man. I think that's good. I think you're all good to go on that one. Watkins, they've said he should be fine, right? Yeah, I do think that's a very smart decision as well. Just roll, see how the landscape pans out over the next few weeks. We might get more information on potential doubles, more information potentially regarding the blank in game week 29 as well. Because if all of a sudden Hall and Newcastle are playing in that blank game week, I feel like he's a lot less of a sell. Especially any sort of players, if you're not free hitting in 29, probably aren't going to be players that you want to sell immediately, are they? So that's kind of how I would sit on the situation. I'm sorry, just came in. What's the news on Gakpo? Slot has said he's a doubt for the game. There's rumours circulating on Twitter as well that he potentially might not have been training today as well. Obviously left the Merseyside derby with a little bit of limp on as well. So yeah, not great. Not great overall. Let's have a quick scout round on Twitter. Of course, make sure you're getting your team sent in to me as well. And just let me know. But yeah, Konza is out. Watkins is available. So if you want to go for Watkins, fair play. Fair play. Focal will be live at 4:30. There he is. So in 2 hours' time. So you can stay with me for 2 hours. Is there any chance Gakpo will play? There's still a probability that he could definitely see the second game. I think more likely. But yeah. Should I do Gordon to Dango? Ooh. Yes. Since you're saying save as many transfers as you can, then should I just roll with Savinha then, or get Cliver? The beautiful thing with Cliver is he plays in 29 anyway, so I think that's still a decent one, and of course he has a decent fixture this game week as well. Yeah, I like that move. I really, really like that move, Abby. Obviously, the big standout fixture for Cunha is going to be in that big, well, not big, the blank in Game Week 29. I have 2 free transfers. Do I go Bruno to Kluivert and a die to Mateta and Visser? I would be more tempted with Cunha and Visser. Yeah, I'd probably be more tempted with Cunha rather than Mateta. Last question from the spamming Sweden. Bench Castagna, Colwell or Hall? Ooh, good question. I probably would be either between Colwell or Hall. We can have a go on the coin for you. We can flip it up. But yeah. Bro, you can spam away. I absolutely love Sweden. Been to Gothenburg. Been to Stockholm. Obviously, both those videos available on my second channel as well. Absolutely love Sweden. I was looking at the Gothenburg derby yesterday as well, and I was like, do I just book another trip back to Sweden? Like, I probably should start going elsewhere. We're going Belgium next week, but I was like, oh man, I really, really want to just go back to Sweden. It's one of my favourite places. Got a lot of time for it. The people are lovely. The country's great. So yeah, I might end up going back. Watkins for Gakpo for a -4. It's a difficult one. Would I do it though? Maybe, but again, it gives you. Yes, you're getting the double game week this week, but then you lose Watkins for the blank. So it's one of those, isn't it? Really, where you're not actually getting an extra fixture if you think about it. Oh, you're not tempted to start Ahmad? I don't really see who Ahmad starts ahead of, really, to be honest. Gakpo to Mateta for a -4. No, I don't think I'd do that. I know 2 players playing for Gothenburg. Usually play poker with them. Oh man, that is sick. That is sick. Hey, if they want to bring me back out to Sweden for the Gothenburg derby, I will happily oblige. You know what I mean? If you can sort me out with some free tickets, bro, I will happily oblige. Yes, Watkins is fit and available. Could you do a coin flip for Nkunku and Trossard? Yeah, of course we can. Heads is going to be Nkunku, tails is going to be Trossard, okay? Heads. Which I think was Trossard, right? And then it would be Trossard or Kluivert. So Kluivert can go heads, Trossard can go tails, okay? Heads. So it's Kluivert. Visser's also a decent shout. Yeah, I don't mind Visser as well. I think a few people might have Visser, though, already. I probably would just go Visser or Cunha. I probably would do Visser and the AM chip on slot. I probably would do that, yeah. I probably would do that. I think that's probably the way I would go on that. Just my opinion, anyway. But each their own, isn't it? Each their own. News on Watkins. Watkins is fine. There you go. Watkins is fine. I get what you're trying to say, Andy, but I just think you're booking in a lot of transfers there. And obviously, if you're not planning on free hitting in 29, probably going to be in not a great position. I just need to text my dad, by the way, tell him Watkins is fit. Wood or Kluivert? Probably go Kluivert. You too, Anton, bro. You answer too. Fair. If he feels other people can play as the number 9, then maybe it's not worth going in Cuckoo. Where to post my team on Twitter if you want it rating? If you just post it under one of my most recent tweets, we'll get round to it. Hey Tom, triple captain Salah or swap Gakpo for Vissa and get slot for a -4. I maybe would be tempted to do the second option. But this is probably going to be a really good window to use that triple captain. I think if you're open to the idea of using your assistant manager in 31 to 33, or if you're open to using it in 36 to 38, then go for the triple captain. I think Gordon said he would be okay. They said he'd be okay. Thank you, the Aussie Cannon. Thank you for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. Will Gakpo play against Wolves? He is a doubt for the game. That is the quote from Slot. Start Mikalenko or Munoz? I would go Munoz every day. When should I use the triple captain? Probably going to be maybe in double game week 33, potentially 36 if we get one. Or maybe you could use it on somebody like Cole Palmer against Southampton at home in 27. Could be an option as well. You might have to look at just a single game week, potentially. Never heard anyone suggest the last 3 game weeks for assistant manager before. My plan. Go for it. Let me just bring up the schedule. So as you can see here, we could potentially get a double in 36. So you'd obviously use your chip there, get the double in 36. Then obviously there's a slight possibility that some teams could blank in 37. Only a slight possibility. There's also still a possibility that a double could potentially go in 37, depending on FA Cup final opponents and European final opponents. So there still could be a double in 37. So you could get a situation where you could have a double in 36, 37, and then just have fun on the last game week. So that is still the opportunity. I can't see your profile picture on my chat in OBS. All I can see is just like, yeah, the name. Like all the pictures are blanked out, so I don't know what it is, bro. Don't know what it is. Who should I replace Gakpo with? My favourite options would be Vissa, Cunha, Mateta, Watkins, Wood. Nope, Konza is not going to play. He has been confirmed out by Emery. I'm not a big boy, bro. I am definitely not a big boy. I do not have a pull power like that. I do not have the pull power, unfortunately. Yeah, we're doing all right, but we've not got that pull power. We're not one of the big boys. We're not. Maybe if we have a pretty decent season, who knows? Will you stick to Assman Slot next week, Tom? I am thinking about changing it up, and I think I probably would go for Arteta. Or I could switch to Guardiola if I really fancied a little bit of table bonus and a bit of a gamble. Score prediction for Chelsea-Brighton. I'm probably going to go for 2-1 to Chelsea. Is Gakpo not playing? No, Gakpo is a doubt for the game. That's the quote from Slot. Gordon to Rodgers, Alisson to Pickford, and Konza to Trent. I don't mind it. But yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, why would you not go Alisson to Martinez if you want to go for another double game weeker in there? I think with them having so many games coming up in quick, short succession, I don't think they'll risk Gakpo if they need to play him. Like, if he's a doubt, I think they will just bench him. So, yeah, I think the probability of Gakpo playing is minimal. I think they'll just use Darwin. Huijsen or Kerkez, I think both are fantastic options. Of course, if I've got the budget, I would have preferred to go for Kerkez. I don't, so of course I ended up with Huijsen, but Huijsen's data is actually better as well. So yeah, that's a potential option. I genuinely, I don't know who I would drop out of my front line to play Ahmad. I just don't. Gakpo to Visser, Moda to Cliver, and Moyes to Emery. Like all those moves. I got Rodgers, Cliver, and Emery in a -8 as an investment. Fair enough. Who has a potential 5-place bonus next week? I know there's a chance Emery have Chelsea. Let me have a look at the table and then the fixtures. Let me bring up the table. FOTMob. So, let's have a look at the table heading in to this game week. Can you guys see that okay? Sort of, not really. Let me try BBC Sport. See if their one's any better. Tables. Can you see that? A lot better. Right, you can see that one a lot better. Okay, so let's have a look at the fixtures for next week. Who could potentially have a table bonus? Where are Brentford? Brentford Leicester. So you could go for the Friday night game and go for Maresca. Everton United. No, probably not going to happen. Arsenal West Ham if you went for Potter, but I don't know why you would. Bournemouth Wolves, but I think you probably would just go with Bournemouth. Fulham Palace. Not going to get a table bonus out of that one. I mean, if Spurs and United won and Palace lost, that would put them here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could potentially have, what's his face? Glasner with Palace as a potential table bonus. Ipswich Spurs would require, Spurs probably wouldn't have it, but again, it's a decent fixture. Southampton Brighton, probably not. Aston Villa Chelsea. Would require probably Villa to lose their next 2 games, or maybe draw the next 2 to get that as a potential bonus. And Fulham need to win, Brighton need to win, and Villa need to lose both for that to happen. Newcastle Forest, not going to happen. And then City Liverpool, like I said, possible. So yeah, tasty. Tom, double game week 23, Newcastle. Wait, what? Where's this come from? Is this real? Double game week 32, not 33 for Newcastle. Oh my giddy aunt. Well, here we go. So we've got a double game week. 32 has now been announced. Newcastle and Palace are doubling in game week 32, not 33 as expected. Oh my days. I would not be selling any of my Newcastle players at this point. It also probably means I might delay my wild card a little bit further. Wowzer. There we go. Double game week 32. Wowzer. So who would that mean they have in that week? Who would Newcastle have? Right. Newcastle would have in 32, they would have Palace and Manchester United. Oh my God, what a double that is. Palace would have City and Newcastle. Not as good. But yeah, we've got a double game week 32 has now been confirmed. Wow. Okay. Fair play. That ruins all the plans. It does throw the plans massively out the window. Oh my days. Yeah, that makes things very interesting. Very, very interesting. So that will mean game week 29 is now a confirmed blank for Newcastle. So, that makes things a lot more difficult for me and my team. That really throws a spanner into the works. Because if I was to get, right, to the double game, to the week, that I was ideally looking at, we would have currently Forest, so we'd have 2 there. So we'd have, how many would we have? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. So we need to take out 8. We need to take out 3, and we'd have 3 free transfers. So Rodgers would go. Who else would go, though? Like, Munoz, I'm not a big fan of that Palace double, so I probably would take Munoz out. But then we're looking at taking, like, a Trent for Gabriel, potentially. Something like that. I think it's still possible. I think it's still possible to get to 29 as well. Yeah, I mean, those 2 guys are usually the GOATs, aren't they? And they've been absolutely diddled this year with predictions. Yeah, 31 wildcards definitely still possible. If you wildcarded in 31, oh my days, this is opened the doors massively, hasn't it? Yeah, if you wildcarded now in 31, oh my days, is using the AM chip a must? Not anymore. Not anymore. You could theoretically get another 2 double game weeks if you went. Wildcard game week 30, assistant manager 31, 32, 33. You could have back-to-back doubles. Jesus. So, yeah, it's not an absolute must. Yeah, Newcastle and Palace now will be blanketing 29 then. Oh, my days. That is huge. That is genuinely huge. That has completely changed the landscape. My goodness me, that has completely changed the landscape. Wow. What are the Newcastle double game week opponents? They will be Manchester United and Crystal Palace as a double game week. It's a good double. That is a good double. So yeah, I think I probably would recommend not selling off any of my Newcastle assets. Purely because if you can get past 29 with them sat on the bench, then get a double in 32, wildcard 30, wildcard 31. I don't know anymore. I need to have like a proper think, because I think my strategy still would be to go for dead end the team into here. Wildcard probably in game week 30 now, because you'd have Leicester, then a double for Newcastle players. No double in 33, so you'd build up a transfer here, probably try and take one into 30 as well. So you'd have 2 to get rid of your Newcastle players, heading into the 33 double that potentially could be on the line with the FA Cup fixtures. Then free hit in 34. Eesh. Okay, we've got a lot to think about now. Yeah, Newcastle could also double in 32 and 33, Abby's just rightly pointed out as well. Because if they were to make it to the FA Cup semi-final, they need that fixture to go in somewhere. And I think the midweek would either be in 33 or 36. Yeah, I'd just keep Isak. Keep Hall for I'd probably say another week. Let's just see what we can sort of get out the next few weeks. Well, absolutely, yeah, it's changed the landscape, I think, a little bit. I have no idea what to do with the chips now. I think the chip strategy still stays the same for me, because I think now, if you're in my shoes, you played your assistant manager last week, right? You played that last week. Now you get into a position where you are looking to build as many transfers going into 29, trying to get by and past 29 without taking out your Newcastle assets, head into game week 30, wildcard in 31, then obviously if you've got a triple captain, maybe play it on a Newcastle player in 32, then probably bench boost 33 for the double, free hit 34, played the season without any chips. Yeah, I think I've got that TC left. Again, now the door's up. The door is open for Alexander Isak in game week 32. Do I sell Isak for Watkins? Not with this news. I don't think I would. TC on a single game week, I think that's now out of the question as well. I think we've got that opportunity in 32 to go to a Newcastle player. I mean, yeah, if you've only got the free hit left, you probably want to just save it for 34. My God, this has got tense. How can it... It's just completely flipped on its head. Absolutely just flipped on its head there. Wowzer. So yeah, Palace would have City and Newcastle. Not a great double. Both of those fixtures away. Don't really see probably Palace getting too much out of that one. Newcastle's on the other hand, 2 home fixtures. United and Crystal Palace. Wowzer. Okay. Yeah, so I think if you've got your wild card, your triple captain, your bench boost, and your free hit still left in hand, this is probably the strategy I would go for. I would wild card in 31. I would triple captain in 32. I would bench boost in 33, and I would free hit in 34. That's if I've got all the chips left, right? If you're like me, you've not got that triple captain, you just take out the 32. I still think that is probably going to be the way that we play this chip. Well, we play our chips this season, right? You dead end you pretty much your team into 29-30. You wild card in 31. You bench boost in 33. And then you free hit in 34. I think that's the way you go with that. Personally for me. I'm just going to quickly change the title of today's video. Make sure you're liking it, by the way. Of course, we will be talking more about chip strategy and where potentially to go with those chips. It has completely opened everything up now, hasn't it? How do you spell that word? I think I've spelled it right. Give me a second. No, I hadn't. Wowzer. Just when you think, you've got everything settled. FPL Towers throw another curveball. Another curveball, eh? Blooming FPL Towers, eh? What are we going to do with them? What are we going to do with them? Can you please explain what has happened? Yeah, I can explain. Let me quickly head over to Twitter. So, the Newcastle Crystal Palace fixture, which originally was going to be in double game week 29, has now been rescheduled. And it has now gone into double game week 32. Okay, so this right here will be the doubles that Newcastle will have in 32. So they will play Manchester United and Crystal Palace at home. And Palace will play Manchester City and Newcastle away. So a much better double for Isak, right? It now means indefinitely that Newcastle and Crystal Palace will blank in game week 29. So that has pretty much ruled them out from playing. So now we're going to have a blank in game week 29 of Liverpool and Aston Villa and Newcastle and Crystal Palace. However, I don't think it's an ideal week to play the free hit chip. We're going to have a bigger blank in 34, which is more aggressive in terms of the blanks, and probably going to be the week I feel you're going to get better use out of that chip for. So that's where it's going to be, right? And I hope this is making sense to you guys. I hope this is all coming through and you understand what I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, absolutely huge news. Watkins news, he is fine. Fine and dandy. Do not worry about it. He's all good. Yeah, people who sold Isak, my goodness gracious me, are in for Yeah, they're in for one now, aren't they? They're in for one now, pretty much. Let's put it that way. Jesus, how things have changed so rapidly is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Who would have thought it, eh? Is it just Newcastle? No, Newcastle and Palace double in game week 32. Ahmad or Munoz to play? I would go Ahmad on that one, mate. But yeah, that is... that has opened the doors right up, hasn't it? Yeah, I would not be selling off Alexander Isak for Watkins. No way. Not now. Not ever. Especially like me, if you've got so much value built into Isak as well. Loving your live reaction, peak FPL. Yeah, I think we've got to grips with it fairly easily. I always like to take my time with the strategies. Obviously, I'll have more updated videos coming out and explaining what has happened and stuff like that on the channel. But initially, I don't think it changes too much. I reckon it probably just pushes that wildcard back to game week 31 for me. So now the move, I think I might not even move off Slot next week, you know. I might just stick with Slot for next week, hope that he beats City to try and get as many transfers built up heading into those weeks, heading into blank game week 29 so we can make the team as good as possible. Then build, don't use it in 30, don't use a transfer in 30, wildcard in 31, get the doublers in for 32. If Newcastle have back-to-back doubles of 32 and 33, we go heavy on Newcastle. Whew. Is selling Hall a good option? I'm a little bit now more on the no front on that one. Probably would keep him till we have a better understanding right now. Gakpo to Watkins. Yeah. It's a possibility. It is a possibility, but would I do it? I don't know if I would now. Like I said, I would be trying to save as many free transfers as possible. Head into that blank game week with as many as you can in hand. Wildcard in 31. I think that's going to be the way to play it. Let me know if you've got a different opinion down in the chat. Let me know if you're swaying potentially a different way. Is Anthony Gordon injured? No, apparently he's fine. Would I use the AM chip this week? I think I probably would be tempted to. Now the other strategy you could go for is if you went wildcard 31, AM 32, double game week 33. Wouldn't work as well because then you'd have the blank. So it'd be wildcard 30, game week 31. I would then do AM there. Or you could wait till game week 36. But I think it definitely has increased its probability if I was to use it this week rather than using it in game week 31 now. I think that option has probably gone quite dead. Thank you very much for the donation, Ariel. Really appreciate that one. Dave said Moyes, Diaz, Flecken to Slot, Kluivert, Kepa, or Ahmad, Moyes, Dango, Emery. Diaz is a hard one to own, but could pop off potentially. Yeah, I think for me personally, I prefer option number 1 that you outlined. Slot, Kluivert, and Kepa. I think that's probably going to be the better option for me, so I probably would go with that one. Thank you very much for your donation. Massively appreciate it. 10th super on the live stream as well. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that one. That's our 10th super on the live stream. Wonderful. Sell João Pedro to Watkins for a -8. Already made 2 free transfers. No, I probably wouldn't. Gakpo to Visser or Darwin and then Emery as assistant manager. I would prefer Visser plays in blank game week 29. I think you maybe would want to do it this week with some good fixtures coming up for Brentford. So they got West Ham, Leicester, Everton as a run there. That's not a bad run. That's definitely a run where you could see one of, Visser and Buemo doing something across that period. And if you look at his underlying data, like, it's actually a joke. 0.67 in goal involvement. Look at what this man has been putting up over the past 5 game weeks here, right? Even if we exclude the Southampton game, which obviously is an anomaly and everyone does well in that one. 1.64 against City, 0.47 against Liverpool, 0.52 here, 0.83. How this guy has not scored more goals is beyond belief. It is genuinely beyond belief. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the donation, Ariel. I'll try and keep up the good work as always. Gakpo -4. Depends who for. Depends who for. But yeah, things have massively exploded, to say the least, haven't they? Whew. Who would have thought it, eh? Who would have thought it? Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. Do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have. Do 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 do. Oh, just my phone's just blaring out as I try to change a title of something. Cheers for that one, lads. Yeah, don't worry about it. Do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have, obviously, will be live, probably up until around, I reckon, maybe like 4:30, somewhere around there. 5 o'clock, potentially, we could push it to, if obviously things are doing well. So yeah, keep the questions coming in. Obviously, we'll do some team ratings as well. I love some team ratings. They're always good fun, aren't they? They are always good fun, and I enjoy them. So why not? Why not? And Mbeumo or Isak? Ooh. Surely there's got to be someone else you can bench there. I really like both of those players. Really like both of those players. And Mbeumo out for Gordon in double game week 32. Definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. Obviously, it's still a long way away. Double game week 32 is in April. There's a lot of football still to be played. Nawari versus Leicester, West Ham, or Atara versus Southampton. I prefer Atara. I think I would prefer Atara. Start 2, I think you're probably going to go Isak and Wood. I think Visser not having penalties probably puts him last of that list. Should I bench Gakpo for Visser? I think it's definitely a possibility. Is Gakpo playing? Slot has said he's a doubt, and obviously with Liverpool's heavy fixture congestion over the next few weeks, I think if he's a doubt, he's not going to risk him. Wildcard 30, AM 31, free hit in 34. My strategy, my plan, do Gakpo to a 4.3 and Isak to Visser and Cliver. Okay, all right. Gordon to Bowen. I don't think Bowen's probably going to get any love at the moment for me personally. Gakpo to Visser for a -4. Thoughts on Trossard? He could be all right. Cunha potentially as your replacement there. Probably be your best bet. I think wildcard 30, Assman 31 to 33 and 34 could be definitely an option. You could also do it 36 to 38 could also be an option as well if we do get double game weeks at the back end of the season. Jimenez or Isak on the bench. That's an easy one. Jimenez. -4, Gakpo for Wood. Don't know if I'd do it for Wood. Not for me personally. Fair. Who were you benching again, Umar? I can't remember who you said you were going to bench. Gakpo to Watkins, probably going to be one of the most popular transfer combinations as well. Best bench boost other than 33. Potentially double game week 32 if your bench is looking really good. Potentially the double in 36 that we could get as well. Yeah, Isak should absolutely smash double game week 32 for me, in my personal opinion. Gakpo to Watkins for a -4. Probably would. Mateta out for Cunha, game week 29. The thing is, you'd probably want Mateta back for the double game week. But if you're going to wildcard him 31 or 30, you can get away with it a little bit. And Dai to Beto for free as a bench cover. Wouldn't bother if he's on the bench. Just leave it. You need to be building transfers into blank game week 29 for me. I mean, if you think that, then go for that. But I think you're going to have egg on your face, really. That's just my opinion anyway. Of course, if you're enjoying today's stream, guys, make sure you're liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. Massively appreciated, as always, by myself. Should I sell Gakpo? I probably would if it allows me to get like somebody like a Slot or someone like that. Palmer and Raul to Trossard and Watkins. Would not be taking out Palmer. I know he's been disappointing in recent weeks, but plays in blank game week 29. So that's a bonus in itself. Southampton and Leicester in 27 and 28. He's a decent captaincy option in 27 as well, with Liverpool having... Who've Liverpool got in 27? They have got Newcastle. Not the easiest of fixtures, but yeah. I think it's just a bit daft, that one. No, the Palace fixtures in 29 aren't good, but it's always good to have double game week players. I can't lie about that one. Start Gakpo or Visser. I would probably go Visser. Play one of Mbeumo, Palmer, Isak, Wood. I would go Palmer. Palmer or Isak for me there, really. Who are you playing to have to be benching all of those as options, though? Should I take a -4 to sell Virgil for Assman Slot this week? Depends who you're bringing in. Mbeumo or Gakpo? Mbeumo for me. What do you think about Mateta, Woods fixtures, and Cunha with Liverpool away? And Bournemouth doesn't excite me that much. I don't mind Mateta. But again, blanks in game week 29. So if you need a double game, if you need somebody and you're not free hitting that week, yeah. This chip strategy stuff is battering my head. Yeah, it used to get around me, but I think now I have a better understanding of it and how important it is to get it right. But I'll break it down for you, Jess. Don't worry, as I always will. I'll break it down so everybody has a decent understanding, I'd say. That's what we want everyone to have. A decent understanding. Or at least I hope, anyway. Of course, if you've got any questions, guys, make sure you are getting them in. Liking the stream as well, as it is massively appreciated by myself. We're going to be live here till around about, I would say, maybe like 4:30, 5-ish. We'll do some team reviews as well at 3:30. I know we said 3, but I'll push it back because obviously we've got people asking about double game weeks and all that good stuff. Cheers, Aussie Cannon Man. I appreciate that one. Someone want to whack him out the chat? Get him out of here. I mean, if you fancy it and think you could get the table bonus, go for it. Who should I captain? Watkins or Rodgers, Salah or Rashford? Captain's an easy one this week. It's going to be Mohamed Salah. No questions about it. Gakpo or Elanga? I probably would play Elanga this week. You know, he's in really, really good form. Who is the best option in for Gakpo? Visser, Isak, Wood, Cunha, Mateta are probably going to be your options to pick from. Sorry, bro. The chat is moving a little bit quick and, yeah. May have asked him before, but are Villa assets essential? I don't think so. I don't think so. Purely down to the fact that so many people are going to get to game week 29 and they're going to go, I've got no transfers. I've got 3 Villa players. I've got 3 Liverpool players. I'm a little bit stuffed. Have to play their free hit. Then they get to blank game week 34 and also go, I'm absolutely stuffed. So I don't think they're essential. I think they're just a nice addition if you've already got them. For me personally. That's how I see them this week. I don't think the double's as good as people are making out. Yes, the Ipswich game is great. The Liverpool home, though, it's not. Yeah, it doesn't excite me. -4 for Saar, Dango, or Clivert. I probably would prefer Clivert, but yeah, I probably would go for that. Do keep your questions coming in. Keep your likes coming in as well. Massively appreciated by me as always. We'll get team ratings done at past. And if we could get today's stream to hit 50 likes as well, that would be massively appreciated by myself. It's been an action-packed hour and 12 minutes so far, and I don't expect things to change, to be honest. I imagine it's just going to keep getting wilder and wilder. I don't think it actually can. I think we've had the big news, haven't we? We've had the big blow today, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, obviously the double game week has now been confirmed, as you can see right here. Palace will face City and Newcastle. Newcastle will have Manchester United and Crystal Palace at home. Focal's got a very similar strategy to what I probably will be going for. Wildcard in 31 or 32. Bench boost 33. Free hit 34. I think that for me is probably going to be the consensus chip strategy and what most people will probably go for across the board. I just do. Which teams are going to blank in 34? It is dependent on FA Cup results. We know 2 that are not going to blank. Let me quickly bring this up. This one? Yeah, this one. So we know 2. We know Chelsea Everton is not going to be a blank, and Liverpool Tottenham isn't going to be a blank. However, the rest are, like I said, all dependent on FA Cup results. Me and Jake spoke about this last night in the preview stream. There are so many plausible possibilities that there's no real point planning for 34 till we see the next round of the FA Cup and who then they get in the next round of that. So yeah, there's no real point at the moment. Kind of looking. Thoughts on double Bournemouth defence this week? It could work out. Still have my wildcard and bench boost. I think you've got an option to go wildcard 30, Assman 31, 32, 33 is an option. Or you can play it in 36, 37, 38. Those are your options. For me anyway. But yeah, lots can change over the next few hours, I guess. Do keep those likes coming in. Any questions you might have as well, do keep them coming in as well. Massively appreciated, as always. Oh, my stomach made a horrible rumble noise then. That was disgusting. That was horrible. Gahey, Hoyson, Kirkes, Greaves and Hall. Which 3 do I start? I would go Hoyson, Kirkes, Gahey. Simple as that. Bench the other 2. I think we're probably going to get between... I think the average expected blank in 34 is 4 blanks. So yeah, there you go. I love that I'm holding Aina. Yeah, Aina's one of my favourite players this season. Good fixture in 29 as well. I don't think I probably would look at Gakpo, you know. I just don't think I would want him. Yeah, I wouldn't want Darwin. He's a clown. He is an absolute clown. So yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere near him. Not for me anyway. Do keep your questions coming in. Any that you do have would, you know, be appreciated. Likes are appreciated and all that stuff. Lewis Hall to Hoyson. I maybe would be tempted to hold on to Lewis Hall with that potential blank at the double game week 23 in question. But I guess it's up to you. Each of their own, I guess. Kind of on that. But yeah, do keep those questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have. AM when? You could play it this week if you wanted to. You could go 31 to 33, or you could go 36 to 38. They're your options. Looking at the poll, looks like 3 to 5 is how many people have double game week players this week. 4% have 6, 19% have 1 to 2, and only 6% have 0. How have you got 0? You've not even got Salah. Getting Darwin out of spite. Is Clivert going to play? He posted on his Instagram yesterday, well, obviously his wife's currently in labour, or she's given birth now. But he did post on his Instagram saying, like, yeah, all good and fine. He should be there. That's what he said. And how ludicrous is it going to be that he will score, and I guarantee he will take his top off, and it will say, like, to my wife, to my baby, whatever. That's written in the stars. I would play Visser over Gakpo. Keep Gakpo. I mean, unless you've got, like, a definite option that you want to go for. If you could bench him and get away with it this week, why not? Otherwise, probably, yeah, I'd get rid. Bro, we answered your question. Please do not spam in the chat. Let me know as well what you're doing for Valentine's Day. Have you got any plans with a loved one? Or are you by yourself? And if you are, you can always chat to me. We can have a nice little chat. I'm looking forward to my Valentine's Day evening. Doing some nice little games and stuff. So yeah, I think it's going to be decent. I think it's going to be a good night. Off to Bury tomorrow as well, who are currently the highest scoring team in England. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. That should be a great video. Obviously, that'll be out on the second channel as well if you want to go and head over to there. I'm sure one of the channel moderators will put the link into that one. And then we're off to Belgium next week as well, which I'm really, really looking forward to. Should I start Gakpo? Like I said, it depends who you've got on the bench. If you've got decent players that could cover him, drop him. Simple as. We are approaching 50 likes, by the way, guys. If you do enjoy today's stream, make sure you are hitting that like button. It is massively appreciated by me. VL says, "What's up, Tom? Would you bench Gakpo for Gordon?" Yeah, I probably would. I think Newcastle will score at City. And I think Isak and Gordon probably will be involved at some point. Yeah, I think that's probably the right move, Jamie. I think you're right. Diaz will probably start now the Wolves game on the left-hand side. I would probably bench him for Elanga. Oh, Jessica. Nah, you've got your little lad. Get him to watch it with you as well. It'll be fine. Mark says, Ahmad to Dango for free or roll my free transfer. Thank you. I think I'd play that. I do think I'd play that. I am recommending people do build up their transfers, though, heading into blank game week 29 over the next few weeks. So if you are in a position where you've obviously got lots of players that do play, then, yeah, I do feel, though, that could be a bit of a luxury transfer rather than an essential one. Oh, work until 10. That's honestly brutal, that one. Cheers, VL. Appreciate that one, man. My V-Day was a couple of gins with my best friend from the future. Aw. Well, here's to all the lovers. Obviously, I don't drink, so water. Yeah, there we go. To all the lovers, to all the ladies, and everybody at the, card shops that have absolutely made a killing. I was at the card shop yesterday. It was full to the brim. Absolutely brimming. And there was, a massive queue. And there was a woman in a wheelchair in front of me. And I thought, fair enough. Queuing up like everybody else. Then, her, family member was like, oh, come to the front, Janine or whatever her name was. Come to the front. Skip the queue. Skip the queue. Now, I get she's in a wheelchair. And I get the queue's not great. But how come she gets to skip the queue? Yeah, it ticked me off a little bit yesterday. It did tick me off a little bit. Asman, Emery, or sell Gakpo and Slot. I think I'd probably sell Gakpo and Slot. Yeah, I think I'd stack transfers, do a mini wildcard, then look to wildcard in 30 or 31. Probably going to be the way to go for that one. Gakpo for Visser or Mateta. I would prefer going for Visser. Hi, mate. Who'd start between Robinson, Mikolenko, and Hall? Robinson, yeah, I think probably be the one. I'm glad I'm not the only one who'd probably be fuming with that one. Oh, Jamie. What a throwback, eh? You've been here so long. Sell and die to Visser or Hall to Kirkez. Already done Ahmad to Dango. I would be more tempted to get rid of and die to Visser, for me personally. Afternoon, Tom. What are your thoughts on getting Ethan Nawari in for Enzo or Diblin? Yeah, don't mind him. Don't mind him. Seems a bit like a luxury transfer, though. My recommendation right now is probably going to be building into 29 is probably going to be the way. What's your thoughts on Son versus Manchester United? I wouldn't touch him as an FPL asset for me personally. Unless you're playing like draft, don't go for it. Yeah, skipping the lines in anything, regardless of your conditions, whatever, is it's just annoying. It's just really annoying. We have just hit 50 likes, so thank you very, very much for that one, guys. Massively appreciate everybody that has smashed the like button for us. Legends, as always. Legends, as always. It does help to push the stream out to more people, gets more people in here, so that is exactly, of course, what we want with the channel as we are approaching. We're going to probably hit 11,900 people, subscriber-wise, which is absolutely ridiculous. Probably going to hit 12k over the next few weeks. Like I said, the end of season goal is 12.5k, so if you are new around here, make sure you're subscribing. We're going big. We're going big on this channel and on the second channel as well. Let me know if in the chat as well if you're not familiar that I even have a second channel. Let me know in the chat. Am I planning on getting Watkins? Nope. I've made my one transfer this week. I've taken Konza out and I've brought in Huijsen. In reflection, I probably could have just rolled and brought in Aina, but it's one of those where we've done it and it gives me another player that plays in blank game week 29. So I still think it's the right move. It gives me a bit of cover as well defensively for that Bournemouth game against Southampton. 4 a.m. in New Zealand. Jesus, get yourself some sleep, man. Get yourself some sleep. Gakpo to Wood or Visser. I think Visser's next three are probably better than Wood's, but Wood's has a better 29 fixture. Yeah, feel free to go and check out the second channel. There's a link in the description. I'm sure one of the channel moderators will whack it in here as well. So yeah. Isn't Cuckoo or Trossard an option? They're okay, but I would prefer the Steady Eddies, your Mbuemos, your Clive. I feel like they're just going to be better picks over the next few weeks. Am I planning on bringing any Bournemouth mids in? Not right now. Not going to be the plan, I don't think. Not going to be the plan. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm going to sit on that one. Not going to be my plan right now. Do keep getting the likes in, guys. I've just seen it's gone up to 58 as well now, which is absolutely incredible from you guys. Keep smashing it. If we hit 100, I'll probably do something special, Valentine's Day related. Who knows? I usually have a little boogie or a little dance when we hit 100. I'll do something special for you guys, so do keep them coming in. We will do team ratings as well at 3:30. So make sure you're sending me your teams on Twitter, and we'll get those done as well. Gakpo and Moyes to Visser, Cunha and Slot. Like that a lot. Big fan of that one. Hey Tom, I was gone for a bit. When are you doing team reviews? I literally just said, bro, we're doing them at 3:30 now. I know I've pushed it back. Pushed it back. There you go, you've caught up. You've caught up. 100 likes equals top off. Bro, Jess, we don't want to get demonetized. And at the moment, I'm bulking, right? I'm a bulky boy. If you've noticed, I put on some timber around the cheeks in recent weeks. I am getting heavier. And top off wise, I just look like a bit of a lord at the moment. My biceps, impeccable, right? They're impeccable. But the titties and the flabby belly that have gone with the bulk, they don't look as good. All right. Cultivating mass. I am cultivating a lot of mass at the moment. I cannot wait to cut again. The bulk's so fun at the start because you just eat copious amounts of food, but then obviously your metabolism starts to catch up, and then it's like, well, you need to keep eating more and more food to gain more and more weight. And then it gets into like that cycle where you're just constantly eating food all the time and you feel sick. So yeah, not great. Not great. Bicep, like the bicep, you can't really see it with like the jacket on, but it's a goodie. It's a goodie. Let's put it that way. Hey mate, what do you think about Gakpo to Watkins? Yeah. It is one of those where, of course, he has the extra fixture this week, But it then does mean you do miss out on him in 29. So it's one of those. And if he is, like, I know he's available, but yeah. The white Lukaku. Bro, I'm heading that way. I am heading that way. I mean, if you can just keep him and bench him for a few weeks, I think it's probably going to be a better one. Bicep reveal at 12k. Bro, I'll do it for 100 likes. I'll get me bicep out for 100 likes. If we hit 100 likes, I'll get my bicep out. I don't care. Should I keep Gakpo? I would only keep him if I'm going to bench him, and obviously I've got decent replacements on the bench. Otherwise, I probably would be looking to sell him off. But yeah, 100 likes, we'll get my bicep out. That's where we've ended up today. Brilliant. Do keep your questions coming in. Like I said, we'll do team reviews in 10 minutes as well at past. So, yeah, pretty decent stuff. Pretty decent stuff. Should I play him and bench Gakpo and have Isak on my bench? I'd play Isak over Gakpo this week. For me personally, anyway, Neil. Yeah, I'd play him. I'd play him over that one. 69 likes now as well. They're creeping up. They are creeping up, and I love that. Hello, sir. Coin for Dango or Cliver? We can certainly do you a coin flip, my friend. Heads is going to be Dango. Tails is going to be Cliver, all right? It's landed on tails. There you go. Is Gakpo a must sell? I think if you can get away with benching him this week, it's not an urgent priority, but definitely one I would be looking to get rid of more longer term with City next week as well. Hi, mate. I've done Aina to Huijsen and brought in Emery. Rate it. I don't mind it. I think I would rather have kept Aina. I know the fixtures coming up are difficult for Nottingham Forest, but they do have a decent fixture in blank game week 29. If you're not planning on using that for a hit, I think he would be a player you'd obviously want to go for. Thoughts on Wood? I don't mind Chris Wood. He's continually outperforming his data. I'm happy I've got him. Would I get him in? Probably not. Only Plans for the new double game week is a great name. It is a great name. No worries, bro. Appreciate it. Hi, Tom. I've seen you've avoided the issue with your team, but I have Palmer, Semenyo, Salah, and Buemo, Rodgers, Isak, Wood, Visser. Thinking benching between Visser and Buemo or Wood. I would probably bench Visser out of all of them. He could do well. However, he's the lowest owned out of them all and doesn't take penalties. So that probably would be the way that I would kind of eye that up for me. What's happened to Gakpo? Slaughter's said he's a doubt. That's all we've got. Have I missed the Gakpo news? No, like I said, Slaughter's just said that he is a doubt for that one. Yeah, I don't think I'd remove Salah and Isak from that team, though, because I would just bench them for that week, purely down to the fact that I'd bench him because you've obviously got so much built-in value to both of them. No worries, Irish guy. Anything for you, my friend. Make sure you are liking today's stream, guys. Massively appreciated, as always. Like I said, we'll get the bicep out for 100 likes. We'll get the bicep out. Simple as that. And we're doing team ratings in 5 minutes as well. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Let me know as well what you are doing for Valentine's Day. Have you got any plans? What are you up to? Maybe you're just alone this Valentine's Day, and that's completely fine. Valentine's Day isn't for everybody. Some people spend it on their own, and that's, again, completely acceptable. But if you are struggling, maybe you're feeling a little bit alone today, feel free to drop a message in the chat, and we will have a chat about anything you want. Or my DMs are always open on Twitter as well. So if you are feeling a bit lonely or a bit down, there are plenty of places you can contact and talk to. The chat is here for you as well if you want to just get anything off your chest. My DMs are open on Twitter as well. The Discord is open to people as well. That's a lot more intimate if you want to head into there as well. So if you are feeling a little bit alone, I know it can be sometimes a little bit of I don't know how to describe it. Obviously, if you're seeing everybody else with like their partners and stuff like that, it's quite heavy on social media and you're kind of just sat by yourself. It can be a little bit shit, and I understand that. So feel free, like I said, whack anything in the chat, whack anything you want in the Discord. Always happy to have a chat with people as well. Yeah, there you go. 5 more likes to go. You've got it, bro. You've got it. Kirkez or Munoz? I would prefer Kirkez. No blank in 29. Ben has asked free transfers. Gakpo, Gordon to Dango, Cliver and Watkins. Would be a -4. Game week for transfer slot. Digne out. Would rather keep. Yeah, I probably would do the first options you've suggested in there for that -4. I think that's perfectly acceptable. No worries, Jamie. Anytime, mate. I know you're an absolute legend. Thank you, Gareth, as well. Like I said, I know it can be a bit of a poor period for some people. Slot's red card will not affect it. Yeah, I'm sure one of the moderators will whack it in. I know Jamie's busy. Maybe if Jess is around or Andy or someone else will probably whack the link to the Discord in the chat at some point. Is Gakpo really injured? Slot has just said he's a doubt. So that's pretty much all we've got to work off, really. Start one of Munoz, Mikolenko, Castagna. I would go for Munoz. Yes, I probably would. Obviously, with Liverpool blanking in game week 29 as well, you need to be looking at players that obviously play in that game week with you not having a free hit left in hand. Went Moyes to Emery. Oh, bless me. Bless me. Went Moyes to Emery. 0 free transfers. Enzo to Clivert for a -4. Have Gakpo, Isak, Palmer. Ooh, yeah, I probably would just to cover off Gakpo. Would you bench Wood or Palmer or Mbuemo, Dango, Cliver? I would bench probably out of all of those, maybe Wood. Is Watkins better option than Isak? No, not with Isak now having a double in 32. I think it's worth just keeping him in. For me, anyway. Legend, thank you very much, Jessica. Appreciate that one. I would rather do Gakpo to Watkins. Should I sell Gakpo? Yeah, I probably would. Probably would get rid of Gakpo. No fixture in 29. Probably looking unlikely that he's going to feature at least for the Wolves game, which is the better out of the two. Invissa and Cliver, Jackson, Sarr. Yep, I think they're perfectly fine moves to do. Jota for Gakpo. They play different positions. What did I miss? You have missed a lot. You have missed a lot. So Watkins is fine. Gakpo is a doubt. And double game week 23 got announced. 32 got announced with Newcastle and Palace doubling in that week. So yeah, there you go. Which transfers should I do? Cliver in for Gordon or Sarr for Mbuemo. I can only do one true transfer because I don't have the budget to do both. I would prefer to do... I think I prefer to do Sarr for Mbuemo. Gakpo to Watkins for a -4. I'm unsure on this one because you are getting an extra fixture this week, but you are going to miss out with the blank in 29. So in reality, you're not actually getting any double game week of sorts. But he could go big in that Ipswich game, and that could be the deciding factor that makes it worth it. But I think with Watkins, you are booking yourself in for an extra transfer, obviously with the blank in 29. Slot or Emery AM, have Moyes. I mean, if you can get to Slot, I think it's this one. There we go. If you can get to Slot, he's top for predicted points. Emery's not bad over the next 3 weeks, though. But I think Slot, probably with Liverpool being the favourites, probably is going to be the way to go on that one. Ooh. Right, it is time for some team ratings. It's time for some team ratings, so let's get these done. Of course, if you want your team rating by myself, head over to my Twitter. We've got a good batch of these sent in, so we'll try and get through as many as we possibly can. Right, let's start off. Who was the first one in? Let's have a look. Jessica, one of our channel members, she says, 1 free transfer, 1.9 million in the bank, not sure what to do. Gordon to Rodgers and Dye to Watkins is affordable for a hit. I think I'd do that. You're getting yourself 2 double game week players that could pop off. I'd go for that one, Jessica. 0 free transfers, 1.1 in the bank. Ahmad to Cliver. I'd just play Ahmad over Gakpo. I don't think that's going to be worth the -4 for me personally. 1 free transfer. Thinking of selling 2 pairs. It's either Isak and Imberg to Watkins and Cliver or Gakpo. I would do the second options. Second option for me. Team locked in, says Abby. She's got Sells, Trent. It's a good team, that. Very, very good team for this week, Abby. I like that. Like that coming up. Hi, Tom. Using 1 free transfer and Dye to Beto. Beto at 4.9. Jesus, he is cheap. I mean, if you're in the market for a budget player, fair enough. You've got a bit of budget, though. You could go to a Visser. Good fixtures over the next few. Play in the blank game weeks. I'd be tempted maybe to look at Visser. Hi, mate. I'm already using the TC. Thoughts on these options? Yep, like them. Pray for Gakpo or a -4 or even a -8 for a Liverpool triple up. I mean, you could just play one of Jacob Murphy or Mikalenko over Gakpo for that one. So I don't necessarily think it could be worth it. They're all the ones that have been sent in. Obviously, we'll do another scout report probably in like 50 minutes. Yeah, I still think it's an option. It's still an option. It just puts you probably at a disadvantage when we get to 29. Probably would be the way that I'd go with that one. Do keep the likes coming in, guys. We're up to 81. Like I said, if we could get to 100 today, that would be absolutely stupendous. Of course, if you are new to the channel as well, make sure you like and subscribing, all that good stuff. Massively appreciated, as always, by myself. We have just hit... Hang on, can you guys see that? There you go. You can, sort of. We've just hit 11,900 subscribers. Let me see if there is a way I can actually do that. I'll put the betting stats up and we'll talk about them in a second. But live subscriber count. Oh. It hasn't updated on here. Okay. I don't even come up if you put FPL Tom, by the way. That's wild. How am I not coming up if you put FPL Tom in? Okay. I don't even come up if you put FPL Tom into one of the websites. Brilliant. Why am I not an option? I'm just not an option in half of them. Alright, okay. We're sacking that off. Cheers, bro. Appreciate that one. Just 700 more to go. I I hate to break it to you, bro, but it's 600 more to go. Maths, maybe not your specialty. So here are the betting markets ahead of this game week then. As you can see, yeah, the algorithm really does hate me. As you can see, the Liverpool numbers looking pretty decent across the board. Arsenal fancy for a decent win as well. Bournemouth's projected numbers and Villa's numbers as well. Absolutely delicious. But yeah, looks like there could be quite a few goals across the weekend, to be honest. Not many clean sheets outside of probably the Villa, Arsenal and Liverpool game this week. Everything else looks like it could have goals galore, which is good to see. Yeah, I know the algorithm just didn't. I don't appear on half of them. Maybe I'm putting my username in wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but we have hit 11,900. I can tell you that. I can tell you that much. That has happened. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Keep the likes coming in. We are steadily approaching 100 likes, which is absolutely amazing on today's stream. 87. You guys are smashing it out the park. Enzo to Nkuku. Don't think I'd do it. Watkins for Wood. No, probably wouldn't do it. Should I go for Clivert and Watkins or Rodgers instead of Ahmad? I think I'll probably go Clivert and the Watkins one. You topped your maths class. Bro, you couldn't do the simple equation. You were struggling with that one. Come on, bro. Yeah, I mean, the Game Week 29 fixture isn't amazing, but at least it's a fixture, isn't it, still? Sell Gakpo and get Slot AM, or keep him, go for Emery. If I sell Slot, who should I buy? Isaac, Viss and Moyes already. You're probably better than just going for Emery, because I don't think the rest of the options are looking great other than that. Bench Wood over Mbuemo. Yeah, I probably would. Play one of Gakpo, Huijsen or Gordon. Probably either Gordon or Huijsen. Bench Visser or Wood. I would probably bench Visser. I've kind of had this one. I think if you've got a toss-up between Mbuemo, Wood and Visser, play your penalty takers. It's one of the most broken metrics within the game. Easy as that. Easy as that. Gakpo to Watkins for a -4. I've said this to a few people now. You're actually not getting an additional fixture because of the blank in 29. So do just be wary of that one. Do just be wary of that one. But yeah, I probably would bench Visser over Wood. That's probably the way I'd go on that one. Ah, you saw under the... Yeah, if you refresh... If you like refresh the stream, it'll say 11.9 now. Yeah, there we go. It says 11.9 now. 90 likes as well, which is... It's good. It's good going. So I appreciate everybody that is liking the stream. Everybody that's hitting that subscribe button today. Legends. Legends as always. We'll do Gakpo out for Slot. So which out of Visser or Cunha? Both will get benched this week. If you can get away with benching one this week, then maybe Cunha's going to be the better option. Decent fixture in blank game week 29 as well, which is the big appeal, I think, for him. It is going to be the big appeal for him. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. Hopefully we can have another big positive green arrow. That would be great to see, to be honest. Yeah, if we get a nicer green arrow, we're cooking along. Bicep flex imminent. No worries, anytime. That's what we're here for. That is what we're here for. I absolutely love streaming, love creating content for you guys as well. It's one of my favourite things to do. Genuinely, I love it. And hopefully we can get the second channel kicking off even more this year. It's going to be great. Lewis to Diassi. I mean, Diassi's probably going to play, but Jesus. Yeah. Not a great option. Who is the best keeper to bring in right now? I have Sanchez and Fabianski. Probably going to be somebody that has a fixture either in 29 or doubles in this week. So, Kepa could be a decent shout for Bournemouth. Some good fixtures over the next few. Pickford might not be a bad option. Plays in 29, obviously. Or you could go for Martinez with the double this week. Alisson. There's quite a few. Oh, cheers, Andy. I appreciate that, bro. We got another video planned for this week as well. we're off to Bury this weekend, who are currently the highest scoring team in England. So that video will be dropping on the second channel as well. Isak to Watkins incoming. I don't think I'd do it, you know. Not now with this double game week 32 announced. Obviously, a lot of us have already got that value built into Isak as well. Give this guy his 100 likes. Bro, we're so close. We're so close. 94, it's saying for me right now. Anytime, bro. That's what we're here for. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Obviously, we will probably stop streaming around about 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock, depending on where we're at. Yeah. But we'll see what happens. I mean, if you're going to wildcard in 30, yeah. I'm just trying to let you know that you've got a lot of built-in value into it already. Keep Ahmad. I'm actually going to keep Ahmad, and I'll tell you why. The reason I'm keeping him is for this 27 fixture here. 29 as well, the blank game week against Leicester. That's why I'm keeping Ahmad over the likes of Clivert for this week. Apparently, we've hit 100 likes. Let me give my computer a refresh. Let's have a look. 104 likes. Congratulations, Tom. Congratulations to you guys. Honestly, you are some of the best subscribers in the world. Absolute legends. I can't thank you enough for your continued support of the channel. You're just immense. Honestly, you guys are just immense, and I'm loving the community that we're building here. Of course, anytime we hit 100 likes on a stream, you know we have to. You know we have to do something crazy. What someone put in the chat earlier was a bicep flex, so that's all we're going to do with that one, all right? So give me a second. Let me get my jacket off, and we'll give you a cheeky bicep flex. Oh, I don't want to like flash you guys, so I need to tuck my top in. Like I said, I'm on a bulk at the moment. I'm a bit chunky. Come on, there we go. Right, are we ready? Backflip for 100. No, we said bicep flex for the 100. Right, we ready? Right, I need to get my arms in position. Here we go. Right, we ready? We'll switch to the solo cam and we'll give it full beans. You ready? There we go. I mean, they're not bad. They're not bad. There you go. Boom. I hope that's made you all happy. I hope that's made you all very, very happy there. You've seen a man hit a bicep flex for 100 likes. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Utter nonsense. Cunha in 29 and around his fixtures then look amazing. I can see him doing everything in that 2 weeks. Yeah, he could be a really, really great option, couldn't he, Andy? Could be a decent one. Is Nawari an option? I think the fixtures are alright for the next few. Could be a decent one. But yeah, how many other streamers are getting their biceps out on a stream? It's not going to be many, is it? It's not going to be many. Lewis or Van Heck to a 4.9 million defender. I mean, if you go for Kirkes, he gets the fixture next week as well. 30k over a 30 centimeter bicep is truly a great flex. I would love a 30 centimeter bicep. I would genuinely love a bicep. Like my biggest thing at the gym is my arms are incredible, like for training wise. Like I used to have like little twig arms, genuinely like little twigs. Now I'm curling like 20 kgs. Like it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So yeah, I am happy about it. It is a nice flex, isn't it? It is a nice flex to say you can obviously curl 20 kg, and it does well for the women. So this is my advice for you guys: get your son down the gym. All right, it does wonders. It honestly does wonders. Women say they don't like a muscly man. That is bollocks. They do. All right. Hey Tom, Cliver or Dango? I prefer Cliver just for the penalty appeal for me personally. Jacob Ramsey, not going to be an option for me personally. Should I sell Gakpo or bench him? I don't think he plays. If you don't think he plays and you've got good bench cover, just bench him for this week. That's probably the way that I go on that one. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. We've been live for close to 2 hours now, so yeah. my mind is starting to go delirious. Jessica's vouching for me there. She says, defo do go to the gym. It's got to be done, hasn't it, Jessica? You know the script. It just has to be done. Get you sent down the gym. It will help you mentally. It will help you physically. You will feel a lot more confident in yourself as well. Honestly, that is like my #1 advice for people. Just head to the gym and you'll start feeling better about yourself. Thoughts on Gordon to Cliver, Dango. Already have Kirkes trying to avoid the free hit in 29. Yep, like the moves then, Connor. Play João Pedro or Raul. Probably play Raul. Trossard. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Trossard for me personally. I get the Arsenal fixtures. I get that he could be a decent option. I would prefer, though, to have an Mbeumo or Cliver for me personally. Sell Gakpo to get Slot or just buy Emery. I think if it's not for a minus, I probably would do the move. Visser now for Gakpo for a -4. I have Ahmed to cover or Cunha for Gakpo next week. I think I'd do the one next week, but we can do the coin, right? So we'll do the -4 option. Heads. Tails is wait the week, alright? There we go, it's heads. So that is saying the -4. But personally for me, if I was using my brain, probably would just wait a week. I have Ndai, Isak and Bruno. I can bench Ndai, start Isak and go out on Bruno or bench Isak. I would probably just bench Ndai. You can get away with it. You'll have a bit more better understanding of the landscape, I feel, by next week as well. Bench Visser or Wood. I've said this to a few people. Obviously, Visser doesn't have penalties, so I would be benching him. Rashford punt, not for me, but I understand why people are looking at him as a potential option. Play Sanchez or Pickford, I'd go Pickford. Pickford or Sells, I'd go Sells. Foden to Trossard, don't mind it. Oh my days, that hiccup was horrendous. That was absolutely a horrendous hiccup. Ow, it really hurt my chest. Start João Pedro or Ahmad. Ahmad, easy. Pickford or Sells. I probably would go Sells this week. I mean, if you've only got 3 players blanking, then yeah, the -8 potentially could be worth it. Remove Gordon for Mbeumo. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Gives yourself a playing player in blank game week 29 as well. So I think you're in a pretty decent position. Keep the likes, keep the subscriptions coming in as well, guys. Massively appreciate everybody that has been in the chat. Legends as always. Someone managed to clip up the bicep, I think. I think the bicep's been clipped up. I'm just having a look in the Discord. Make sure you're getting yourself in the Discord. Good day, mate. I hope you're fine. I'm doing well, man. We've hit over 100 likes. We've got 214 people in the stream. We've hit 11.9k subs. What's not to like about live today? Today is going well. Yeah, cheers, bro. I appreciate you for clipping that up. The teams that are doubling in 33 will blank in 34. Is that right? No, the 30... sort of, yes. The 34 blankers will be based on FA Cup results, so we've still got a while to go before we see those. Start Wood or Isak? I would start Isak. And Mbeumo or Isak? I probably would go Isak. Yeah, probably would go Isak on that one. Who should I triple captain this week? Easy decision. Has to be Mohamed Salah. That's why I've not even done a captaincy poll for this week. Yeah, that's why I've not even done one. Because there's no point. There genuinely is no point for a captaincy poll this week. It's Salah all the way. It's an easy decision. Wildcard 30. Yeah, 30 or 31 is probably going to be the route. We might have to delay it till 31 just because we might not know which team's double at that point. So, yeah. Bench 1 and Mbeumo, Kluivert, Dango, Wood, Isak, Gakpo. Probably going to be Gakpo with him being the biggest out of the lot there. Start Raul or João Pedro. I'd probably go Raul. Watkins for Isak for a -4, wildcard 31. It's a possibility, but at the same time, you've probably got a lot of value built into Isak. Hit for Emery. Yeah, probably because you're getting 2 games, you're getting that chance of a table bonus. I probably would. Best defenders to buy for the next few weeks. I think anybody from Bournemouth is going to be a pretty decent investment. Who else are you probably looking at? It's probably people that just need decent fixtures. Arsenal's clean sheet numbers as well are really good. Have a fixture in game week 29, blank game week 29. Chelsea have got Ipswich and Southampton back-to-back weeks, so any sort of investment could be decent there. I was maybe looking at like a Trevor Chalobah potentially as an option as well. Do keep those likes coming in, guys. We're approaching 150 likes now, which is absolutely insane, by the way. Genuinely insane. Love you guys so much. Drop Rodgers and Palmer for Kluivert and Dango. No, I probably wouldn't do that. Thoughts on a -4 to triple Bournemouth. Enzo, Ahmad look like he sells. I'd probably sell Enzo ahead of Ahmad. Like I said, Ahmad's got a decent fixture in blank game week 29. That's why I want to keep him. They've also got Ipswich in 27. So that's kind of the motivation for me keeping him in the team. Thinking of bringing in Emery. Yeah, I think that's fine. Gakpo or Jota. I mean, Gakpo's a doubt for the game, so you're going to have to go for Jota. But they play... Gakpo's down as a forward. Jota's down as a midfielder. What is the best Liverpool free on a game week 25 free hit? Salah, Trent, a punt on maybe like a Darwin. Or potentially double defence of like Van Dijk or maybe Alisson. Should I -4 Watkins and Kluivert for Ahmad and Ndai, or enough for Rodgers and Ahmad? Probably just leave it with Rodgers and Ahmad. Yeah, probably would. Like I said, the big reason why I don't want to sell Ahmad off is because of that 29 fixture and the 27 fixture. Start Ped Porro or Colwell or Mikalenko. I would rather play Mikalenko or Colwell ahead of Ped Porro. Spurs will not keep a clean sheet. They just won't. They will just not keep a clean sheet. They're just physically incapable of keeping them. They just are, unfortunately. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have, let me know. Keep the likes coming in as well. I don't think Salah will score more points than last game week. I think he went absolutely nuclear, didn't he? Rashford or Watkins? I'd prefer Watkins over Rashford. Watkins is available, yeah. Van Dijk for Konza and Gakpo for Cunha. Konza's out injured, so don't go for Konza. I would bring either Nawari or Trossard for Gordon. Thoughts? Don't mind it. An injured DCL is more likely to score than a Spurs clean sheet, yeah. I don't mind Cunha for Gakpo. No, I don't mind that. Decent fixture in blank game week 29 when you're probably going to need him anyway. Start Enzo or Jacob Murphy. I would probably go... I probably would go Enzo. Watkins starts. Yeah, I reckon Watkins will start. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Keep the likes coming in as well. We are approaching 150 likes on today's stream, which is absolutely wild, by the way. So if you're enjoying it, make sure you're hitting that fat, juicy like. Now we've got double game week 32 confirmed. Is Savinio to Kluivert still a good move, or just hold the transfer? I think it's a good move. I still think it's a good move. Because you're getting a blank, like, he's going to play in the blank game week anyway. He's got a really good fixture as well coming up this week. Yeah, if you're on a free hit this week, you've got to have triple Liverpool and Villa, haven't you? Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they managed that one. If you watched the game, it was absolutely ridiculous. It was just Brentford pressure all the time. It was honestly ridiculous. Should I sell Gakpo to a striker, 6 mil or under, and activate the chip on slot? Probably would, Lucas. Yeah, I probably would do that. Probably would, mate. Cunha or Visser for the next few? I think Cunha's got a better game week 29 fixture. However, Visser's next three are probably better. So I probably would take the 3 over the 1. And I mean, you could move Visser on for Cunha in that week if you really wanted. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have, massively appreciate everybody in today's stream. You're absolute legends as always. Thank you for over 100 likes. Thank you for helping us get to 11.9k subs as well. Approaching that 12k mark. We're edging it. We're edging it, aren't we? Worse than a Sunday League defence. They are terrible. I mean, my team Mansfield are doing absolutely no better. We're 6 losses in a row. Probably going to be 7 as well. Yeah, not great. Yeah, this season's been wild. It has been wild, you know. Ooh, Mackham. I probably prefer the second option, you know. I probably prefer the second option. Fair. I don't mind that plan. Gakpo to Watkins and save the AM for 32, or Gakpo. You probably wouldn't want to save it for 32 because there's a blank in 34. So you probably want to play the free hit in 34. So what you'd actually probably want to do is do it in 31. So wildcard 30, 31 assistant manager would probably be the way to do it. But you could play it this week and get it out of the way. Best 6 mil striker under. Jesus, there's not a lot of great options down there. Maybe like Raul Jimenez, but yeah, the options are really stinky below 6 million. I would start Mikalenko, mate. Yeah, I saw you won last night as well. See, the thing is, it could actually be Luke the Nuke, but I don't think it is. You said a few things that are sus. Alright, Luke, here's a question for you. Have we ever met? There you go. Have we ever met? What is my rank? It was 7th at one point. I might have dropped out the top 10. But I'm still doing pretty decent. I think Golden's gone ahead of me now, so... But yeah, we're still doing pretty decent at 30k. Beto is under 6 million. I mean, the guy can't stop scoring at the moment, so... Yeah. Does it make sense to remove Gakpo? If it allows you to bring in Slot, I think it does. I think so anyway. Nah, we haven't met, have we? We not met? Bro, we've definitely met. We have met. I'm going to get a picture up. But yeah, we have met. You're gonna be gobsmacked. What date's on this? Nearly there. Where are we? There he is. There's me and Luke. Luke the Nuke. Can I do Gakpo to Visser? Yeah, I don't see why not. Jota or Kluivert? Would prefer Kluivert. Do you think Gakpo starts? I don't think they'll risk him if they need to. They've got so many games coming up. You not live in the morning? The deadline is tonight. So, yeah. Save the TC for Isaac for Game Week 31 or AM on How. Oh, I think I'd play my assistant manager. I mean, if you've got the TC, why not play it on Salah this week? Play the TC on Salah this week. AM in 31 to 33. That could be the better way to go for it. That's probably the way I would go. Fair play, I've met him too. Yeah, he's a top lad, isn't he? He's not a bad geezer. Buy barcode deadline in 2.5 hours. Yeah, we won't be live, obviously, when all the big boys go live. I'll let them take the reign from there. We're just here in that intermediate stage. Does the red card affect slot? It does not. It does not. Which I think has confused a lot of people, but yeah, it doesn't. Which I'm kind of glad about. Forgot about Chelsea-Brighton. Yeah, that's tonight. Is it going to be a Brentford goal fest? I hope so. I really hope so. It would be cracking if it is. We are only 5 likes away, by the way, guys, from 150 likes, which would be absolutely incredible to hit. And I'd be very, very grateful if we could get that goal sorted. So yeah, do keep liking, keep subscribing as well. We are on that road to 12,500 subscribers, and it would be amazing if we could hit that by the end of the season. Would you transfer out Gakpo, Sarr, Moyes for Watkins, Emery? Oh, -8 for that. Probably? Yeah, I probably would. Probably would. Yeah, I get it. I get why people wish that, and I think it definitely should have been in the game, but they just copied off EFL Fantasy. Yeah, I need to switch my vice captain. Great shout. I do need to switch my vice captain round. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Just because I don't know if Trent maybe plays both the games. Think I made it 150. Oh, bro, I appreciate that one. Thank you very much, guys, for helping us hit 150 likes. Ridiculous. Genuinely ridiculous. I think that might be one of potentially the highest liked streams we've ever had. Which is mental, to say the least. So really, really appreciate that, guys, from you. Pickford or Henderson? Probably go Pickford. He has a fixture in 29. Gordon out for Cliver or Dango and keep Bruno for no free hit. Probably the second option if it's not requiring you to free hit. TC Salah, definitely a possibility this week. Obviously, we've had the opportunity now open the door for a 32 free hit on Alexander Isak if you wanted to go down that double game week. Semenyo or Visser? Semenyo, probably. Yeah, probably Semenyo. Probably Semenyo. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline, do let me know. Anything on your mind, you just let me know and I'll try and help you out. 237 is one of the highest I've seen in here, Tom. Let's go. Yeah, it's decent. I think we had maybe more for one of the Euro ones. I think back in the Euro ones, we were absolutely cooking. We're on 250 now, which is ridiculous, by the way. 250 people in here is mental and wild, and I appreciate every single one of you. I mean, if you've got 4 free transfers already in hand, then yeah, if you've got those transfers and you've got a plan to get yourself a starting 11 in 29, why not take a punt if you feel like it is? I just think there'll probably be quite a lot of rotation and stuff like that. People are wanting a Twitter team review. We'll do it at 10 past, all right? 7 minutes, get your team sent to me on Twitter, at FPL Tom, and we'll get some more team reviews done. Drop Isak or Wood to bench Clivert. I would probably bench Wood to get Clivert in. Penalties aside, I mean, you can say penalties aside, but penalties is one of the biggest things I look for in players. So I think I would go Clivert number 1, Dango number 2, and Semenyo number 3. Dango is an out-of-position player, so I really, really like that as an option. He's actually been putting up better underlying data over the past 5 game weeks as well, compared to Justin Clivert, so there's another reason to go for him. Jamie's got the right idea as well. Make sure you keep smashing that like button. It pushes it out to more people in the algorithm and it helps the stream keep growing. Helps the channel grow as well, as we are approaching 12,000 subscribers. So if you do want to help me hit that goal, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button as well. Better to use the free hit in 29 or 34. For me personally, it's going to be 34. I think we've only 2 fixtures blanking out of that one. I think there's more upside. And I think with the way that a lot of people are going to obviously go into 34 with their chip strategy of being a wild card in 31, playing the other chips in 32 or 33, then free hitting in 34, then you've still got that same team to go for the remainder of the season. I think that works better as a strategy rather than doing it in 29 for me personally anyway. Unai Emery for assistant manager, he's not a bad one. Wish list, Anthony triple captain. Anthony's absolutely cooking out in La Liga, isn't he, at the moment? Konza is out, and I replaced him with Huijsen. But Watkins is apparently good to go and is in the squad for Ipswich. Have Gakpo, Trent, Salah. Do I AM this week or 31? I mean, if you can get a replacement for Gakpo and you've got no TC, there's that possibility. There is that possibility you could go this week or you could go 31. I think 31 might be potentially the way to go with that, though. How would you rate this chip strategy? Triple captain and free hit already played. AM 31 to 33. Wildcard 34. Bench boost 36. The only problem with the wildcard in 34 you'd be heavily loaded on players that play in that blank game week. So you maybe would have to put a team together of like 8 or 9. I think it would leave you in a pretty difficult position for me personally. Is there a route to free hit in a double and just TC in a single? There's definitely a possibility, but I still think the free hit is probably going to be better used in 34 for me personally. I would prefer to do Gakpo to Vissa. Gives you another player that plays in blank game week 29. That is my big advice for people, is to try and avoid free hitting, in blank game week 29. That's going to be the way to go for me. Bench 1, Rodgers, Salah, Palmer, Eze, and Buemo, Vissa, Watkins, Isak. Probably going to be Eze. Ooh, I prefer the second option there, JR. I think I'd probably go for the second option. I think you've got another opportunity to use... You're either going to triple captain Salah this week, or you're going to triple captain Isak in 32. So that's the way you're going to do it. Yeah, we can show you the teams doubling. Give me a second. We'll have a look at some more teams in a second. Where is it? I swear it was these who posted it. There it is. Confirmed double. So Newcastle will have Manchester United and Crystal Palace, and Palace will have Manchester City and Newcastle, both away. So Palace's double isn't great, so maybe just one asset, maybe like a Munoz or a Mateta. Then I would probably say we're going to probably want triple Newcastle on the wild card in 31 is probably the way that most of us are going to go for it. For me anyway, that's probably how I would see it. When do I bench boost? Forgot it existed. Probably double game week 33. It's probably going to be the week to do it. I would go Huijsen. Better clean sheet odds. So I probably would go with that. Wildcard in 30. It's either going to be 30 or 31. I think the only reason most people will go to 31 is because we might not have the information around where certain doubles will go, and it will mean that we have to push it to 31. Do you think I should transfer Gordon to Cliver and Sarr to Rodgers for a -8? Does get you a double in. Would I do it for the -8 though? I don't think I would. Okay, that works, mate. Will you please check my squad? I still have my triple captain and assistant manager. If you've sent me on Twitter, bro, we'll go and do those in a second. Lol, Tom, I came back to ask anything. Any changes now that the doubles? People still looking to wildcard 31. Who doesn't free hit in 29? Yeah, I think that's still going to be the play for most people. It's just going to be probably a more heavily Newcastle-based wildcard. Yeah, I have read that, but there could be a delay potentially. Or they might announce him early. You never know. Isak to Watkins. I think with the double for Watkins now, I'd be less... for Isak now, I would be less inclined to do that. I think you've obviously got so much value built into to Isak, sorry. He's a player you're probably going to want to look to keep. But that's the way I'm going to sit on it. Right, let's take a look at Twitter then. Let's have a look at some of the teams that have been sent in from you guys. Thank you very much for sending me these in. Where did we get up to? I think we did that one. So this would be the next one. Hugo. Assistant manager active. Looks like a decent team across the board. No problems with that one. Albin has said, Watkins frees up for a -4. Will wildcard on 31. Fair, you can get him back. But like I said, you're probably going to have a lot of value built into him. And Watkins also doesn't play in 29, so that would mean you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 players to deal with going into that week. Definitely possible, but just something to maybe consider. FPL Mackham says 4 free transfers. Does this include the Emery Assman? I think we spoke about your transfer strategy already, didn't we, bro? So yeah, I'd go with whatever we said. Hugo, we did. Tim has said just the one change from me. Kirkes in for Hall. Need to start planning for 29 and 30. 100% agree on that one, Tim. We do definitely need to start planning around those weeks. Oh, I mean, bro, if that's the strategy that works for you and you know it's going to get you up your mini league, then fair play. Play 1 goalkeeper and 1 defender. I would play Kepa and I would probably play Munoz. There you go. Play Ahmad and bench Gakpo, or should I bank on Gakpo getting more minutes? I'd play Ahmad. Is the double Newcastle versus Palace? Yes, it is, my friend. Newcastle versus Palace is going to be going into that week there. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have ahead of the deadline. Like I said, if you are enjoying the stream as well, make sure you are subscribing. We're closing in on 12,000 subscribers. It would be wonderful if we could hit that mark ASAP. Just sold Gakpo for Watkins for a -4. I think he's going to make it back. Fair enough. Bench Gakpo or Wood for Palmer. I would bench Gakpo. I'm going to need a sweet. My voice is starting to crackle a little bit. I mean, we've only probably got about 20 minutes left anyway of the stream. And then we'll let, of course, all the big boys kick off and do their thing. I think I'd still take the gamble on Gakpo over that one over Hall. Score prediction for Liverpool Villa at Villa Park. I'm going to go for 2-1 Liverpool. That's the way I'm going to sit on that one. That is the way I'm going to sit on that one. Might not be able to hit 200 likes. I don't think it's going to be possible, you know. Yeah. I think it's probably a stretch to hit 200 likes, isn't it? But yeah, we'll never know. See what can happen if everybody in the stream likes it. Maybe we can get ourselves to 200 likes. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Let's see if we can get there. I would do something absolutely crazy for 200 likes. Something mental would have to be done for 200 likes. It just would. Let me know in the chat, what suggestions would you like to see me do for 200 likes? I went for Emery, not doing any transfers. Fair. I would start Wood just purely because he's the penalty taker. That's honestly where my head would be at with the two. I would probably go Robinson on that one then, mate. We have just had a big jump in likes. We're now up to 181. You never know, we could. 187. You never know. 200 could be on the cards here. Oh dear, bro. Yeah, let me know what you want to do if this stream does get to 200 likes. We'll dance, we'll sing. Shave off my beard, bro. I've got a date tonight. I can't shave off my beard. Come on. I can't shave off my beard when I've got a date. It'd also make all my floor messy. We don't want that. 195. I think we're approaching it. 4 more. People are loving it. People are loving it. Let me know, guys, what you want to see me do for 200 likes. Skinhead. Guys, they've got to be realistic. They've got to be realistic. I've got a date tonight. I can't be shaving my head off. 2. I would start Visser over Gakpo for me. Do I know how long Konza is out for? No, they just said he's not available for this game. But yeah. Yeah, probably Beto or Raul are probably going to be the ones, aren't they, realistically? I think we've just hit 200. Thank you very much, guys. Massively appreciate that. We were miles back. We were on like 160 something. We were honestly on like 160 something. Now we've hit 200. Absolute legends. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. I massively appreciate that. Put something very red on for your date. I could wear my AC Milan top. Attempt a backflip. Bro, I ain't speed, am I? I ain't speed, am I? Yeah, it probably is too old for me, isn't it? Probably. Yeah, chat's been on fire today. Absolute legends. No, I won't be able to see my Instagram. Send your date a screenshot of 200 likes on a stream. I mean, it just does turn the ladies on, doesn't it? Am I paying? No. It's just like a chill one. It's just like a chill, like, activity evening sort of thing that we're doing. So yeah. We will settle for a front flip. Bro, I can't flip at all. I'm a big boy, alright? I'm quite chubby at the moment. So there will be no attempt of a backflip. When we get a good suggestion, I'll actually do it. Got a... Oh. Bloody chat's firing off of my screen. Got AM and can go slot. Do you recommend that or wait for Newcastle game week 23? I would do the... I would probably wait. Unless you've got the bench boost. And then you've got to find another week to play that one. That's amore. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie. That's amore. What a tune that is, by the way. Is Gakpo going to play? Ahmed or Gakpo? TC Salah. I think this could be a decent week to TC Salah. Thank you very much for the donation as well, man. I appreciate that. Oh, the chat is doing my head in. On OBS, the poll keeps popping up. Gakpo is a doubt for the game. He could still play. But I think I maybe would take that gamble and put Ahmad in. Right? Then, I think I would TC Salah, this week. If I've still got it. We've got another chance for the AM chip a little bit further down the line. So yeah, I probably would do it that way. Hey Tom, can you help my benching headache? Salah, Clivert, Trossard, Foden, Wood. I think Foden goes on the bench, right? Foden goes on the bench for me. Out of all those. Get Maguire in, bro. I'm not sabotaging my team for that. End the poll, yeah. I'm going to have to end the poll because it keeps popping up and doing my head in. There we go. I've ended the poll. It should now stop popping up on my pop-up screen. Hey, would you start Aina over Ahmad? I would not. I would start Ahmad over Aina. I don't think it's essential. I think now we've got that window of 31 to 33 to use the assistant manager chip. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Any that you do have, let me know. Yeah, 882 votes on a poll as well is pretty wild. So yeah, appreciate everybody that's been in today's stream. Absolute, honestly, legends. Legends across the board. Robinson or Mikolenko, if you already have Wood, I'd go Robinson. I'd still go Robinson. He'll jam another assist in, he just will. Bruno for Cliver. How about Gakpo to Watkins? Yeah. Shave one eyebrow. I'm not shaving one eyebrow. Come on. I don't think it's going to be worth it because you're not actually getting an extra fixture. Love that, Jessica, from you. Start Munoz or Aina? I would go Munoz. More attacking threat. For me personally, anyway. Would I use the AM chip? You can use it this week. Obviously, the window has been opened up as well to now use it in 31 to 33. You would have 2 double game weeks there as well. I'd probably go for option 2 there, mate. Have you heard anything about Sanchez? No, I haven't. Isak or Alanga? I'd obviously play Isak this week. I think that's a pretty easy one. I do think that's a pretty easy one. Just seen Raptor Ross has gone live as well. True legend is old Raptor Ross. I'm not going to look at any more teams before we finish up. Of course, if you do have any more questions before we finish up at past, do let me know. We'll try and answer as many as we can before we finish up. But overall, it has been a very, very good stream. Very good. I can't lie. It's probably been one of our most productive FPL streams as well. Oh, Jorgensen has apparently been quoted saying the #1 so Sanchez can now recover mentally. No idea what I'm going to do for 200 likes, bro. No one gave me a really, really good idea, did they? Rodgers to Cliver, Semeno or Dango this week. I'd leave Rodgers. You're getting a double this week. Yeah, I think this might be the best FPL stream I've ever had in terms of likes and numbers in here. I would be more tempted to use the assistant manager this week and then get 2 doubles with 32 and 33, potentially, further down the line. So I probably would use the triple captain this week. I would bench probably either Wood or Mbeumo out of those two. Probably more leaning towards Wood. I probably would triple captain Salah right now over Isak in 32. I'm thinking of switching Gordon to Cliver using the free funds. Should I go for Van Dijk or Visser? I have 2 free transfers. I would rather probably go for Van Dijk. I guess you're a double game week player, but at the same time, Visser's got that fixture in 29, so they both have that extra game, if you like. I'd leave Ahmad in. He's got a good fixture in 29. They play Ipswich in 27. Don't be fooled into thinking you need to sell him off. The double game week gave you double likes. It really, really did, didn't it? I think I'd triple captain Salah right now and then use the assistant manager 31 to 33. Visser or Cliver or Wood, bench one. Probably going to be Visser, not on penalties, out of the lot. Frank Sinatra style with your bow tie undone. I do not own a bow tie. I do not own a bow tie. Jacob Ramsey's not being talked about enough. I mean, they've got so many players that can play across that kind of front three that they have. I don't think any are going to be worth any sort of consideration for me. Selling Colwell to Hoyson a good idea. Chelsea have some decent fixtures, you know, in 27 and 28. So I don't necessarily know if that's going to be the right move. For me personally, anyway. Do. Should I sell Gakpo for Watkins? If it doesn't require a minus, I probably would. Do I play any video games? No, I pretty much stopped playing video games to do this channel. Like, I used to play video games a lot. Had a real conversation with myself when my life wasn't... Like, I had a decent job, but I did feel like I wasn't really going anywhere in life. And then I created this channel, stopped playing video games, hit the gym. And since then, I've been a lot happier. My life has been a lot better and I've got to do a lot of cool stuff. So, yeah. And this is probably my advice for anybody that is maybe stuck in a little bit of a rut. Like, yeah, video games are great. But they probably take you out of life and take the dopamine receptors out of your life that you need to actually, like, start achieving stuff in real life. So, I'd say maybe cut back on the video games, get yourself in the gym, find yourself something that you're really passionate about. Maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's like a little business, or maybe it's just giving back. Maybe it's giving back to like charity or something like that. That's probably going to be the way to go. No worries, Luke the Nuke. I think we're going to sign off for today's stream, guys. You have been, honestly, just immense. Genuinely immense. I cannot appreciate everybody that's been in today's stream. It's probably been one of my most successful FPL streams. Maybe. I need to check the analytics, just have a look at that. But I definitely think it's up there in terms of numbers. Likes, it's absolutely smashed it. You guys are genuinely... Yeah, you're great. You're great. And I've got so much time for you. How was the Tees Weird derby? You'll be surprised I enjoyed the result. Hey, bro, I loved it. I really, really loved it. The video's out on the second channel. There'll be another video coming out on the second channel very, very soon as well. Thank you very much for everybody that's been in today's stream. We've been live for like 2.5 hours. Absolutely smashed it. Loved everybody that's been in the stream. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Best of luck for this game week. And, yeah, honestly... Thank you again. I'm genuinely just lost for words right now because you guys, like I said, have been immense. Lots of love. And, yeah, I'm going to get some stuff sorted and then enjoy the rest of my Valentine's Day. I hope you do as well. Like I said, best of luck for this game week. And I'll see you very, very soon. Bye all.